All right. Oh yeah. Wait, no. My surprise is spoiled. Pretend you didn't see that. I had a new idea for an interesting landmark, because I told you that I was thinking of making a lake here in the center, or in like the relative center. It'd actually be kind of off to the left. And they recently added a feature to Animal Crossing that is basically Animal Crossing creative mode. And that kind of enables you to experiment a bit more. You know, you can play around a little bit with things like blueprinting. And I thought it would be kind of cute to have like a lake that you can see from above to have a certain shape. Is the vibe. So my goal is to transfer not exactly this, but something like this over here. I don't have exactly enough space, so here's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. I'm thinking what I'll do, I was originally thinking I'd have a lake like this, like filling in this whole space here, and have the rivers feed into it from both sides. But I want the lake to be on the bottom level, which is going to be kind of awkward for having rivers feeding into it or flowing from it as a source. So the lake is going to be separated from the rivers. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to have like a tiny little peak here, and there's going to be a little waterfall, and then this one just kind of disappears like that. And then this one, I'm actually going to chop this, and I'm going to curve it back and then up here, and this will be where this river comes from. And then instead of having the lake go all in this space, I'm going to put it more like this, I think, at this kind of angle. So in my blueprinted model here, you can see it actually goes kind of like this angle diagonal, like lower right, upper left. I think to make this work, I'm going to have to do the opposite and do lower left, upper right, like this. You see my vision? And then I just fill in all around it with the first level, like the higher level ground. That's what you do, or that's what I think I'm gonna do. Yeah. So fingies crossed that it works. Okay, so this is off center a little bit. How do we get into the... This is really going to just be me. This is going to be me checking my map over and over again to see how this is supposed to look. Well, hold on. There's another way. Say something, anything. Test 1, 2, 3. Anything but that. Okay. We'll do... We'll just see how we can connect it. We'll see if we can connect it in a way that makes sense. Have you ever dug snow to form a lake? Have you ever played a game even though it's all fake? Have you ever? It's so stupid. It cracks me up so bad. I need to check my map. Have you ever repeatedly opened your map? Have you ever braved the thunderstorm and its clap? Have you ever? Oh wait, that was way too low. That was below the dotted line. That was not right. I'm so confused. I've lost the plot. You know what I think I need to do? What I think I need to do is this. We can look at it like this. One piece at a time. I was with it and then I wasn't. Okay. Oh, so it's definitely there. It's just one more to the right. Oh! Oh! I understand. I have an idea. You know, like the crudes. I have An idea! Wait, so is it one to the right for these, then? Like this? Methinks. I hope. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that notion, but this notion, however... Oh, wait, no. I do not have an idea. I'm not cooking anything over here. This! No! It's okay. These things happen. These things happen. Okay. Maybe like this? No! I don't understand. It looked so right before. I don't understand. We're going to the other side, I think. Let's just go over here instead. This would be easier. we can figure it out after. Okay, wait. I think I've solved the puzzle. I think I've done it. And then I just do the water around it like this. Does that look right? Okay, hold on. This might be a good time to pull up my draft, because I think this is probably going to be easier to refer to. This, but backwards. So I need 5 on the bottom, and then on the left it goes diagonal 1, and then on the right it goes diagonal. It's so hard to count these. So actually on the right, okay, on the left it'll be 2, and then on the right it'll be 3. So on the left it'll be... Wait, is that right? I scratch my head? Yes, that is right. We can actually start thinning it out now, I think. Let's make this here instead. Like so. Would this lake be better without the island in the center? Because I personally think that it would be recognizable as the Debonair mascot head without the little circle in the middle. It would still be recognizable. However, the circle is kind of what makes it the Debonair mascot. The reason I'm considering it is because this view right here would look so good without the circle. You know what I'm saying? Like this is 10 times better. The map view is 10 times better with the circle inside. But this view would be as many as 11 times better, in my opinion, without the circle. Even with flowers in the middle. Specifically because the main draw of a lake is actually something we're not really getting right now. And it's that all this water is clustered together. Usually you don't see it vertically more than 4 tiles. Or not vertically, but you know, the width is usually no more than 4. View could be further back. The dilemma with that... Oh, man. The dilemma with that is that I'm actually thinking of cutting out this row from the terraform behind the community center or services center, and then putting fencing up here, which means that I don't have as much space to work with for paths and trees and stuff. I got to be very deliberate about how much space I take up. And if I push too much further forward, I'm going to have to redo the lake, and I'm also going to have to consider how much space it's taking from the forest in the north. And here's a good question. Which would I look at more often? Realistically, when I'm playing the game more often, this view is the one that matters. And this is the one that people will see and think, oh, wow. And then if they randomly open the map, that'll be more like a brief like, oh, that was there all along. How cute. And I do think it's still recognizable without the circle. Yeah, right? I'm going to be seeing the lake way more than the map. I'm going to try it without the circle. One thing I could do to improve this would be to fill it in over here and make it run a little bit more parallel to the outside. And then I could have a diagonal line here instead of a vertical one. And vertical lines in these are just generally a turn off. They just don't look good. Okay, let's see this. Oh, I could jump. Okay, let us see. It might be a little too diagonal, but main priority, right? Number one priority is what would it look like from up here? Imagine we're walking along. Doing this in the winter is not helping, by the way. It's a lot easier when you can see the grass and trees of everything, but... And there's land over here too. No, it's got. I gotta cut the ring. It would look so cool without the ring, and you'll believe it when you see it. I'll show you. Ring could be nice, and what I was gonna try next was I was gonna try putting the flowers on here to improve the view. But the main appeal of having a lake is specifically just seeing this much water in the middle of the island and being able to create a sense of forced perspective. That's something you otherwise in this game you only see with the ocean, and that's not something you have very much control over when it comes to decorating compared to the rivers and lakes and stuff. So this is just going to be the best way to do it. It's going to look so right though. Trust. And then I can just go around. Now let's look at this view. And if this doesn't look way better than everything I was experimenting with, then we can go and make another ring. But I am confident. I'm confident that this is going to look right. Oh, that looks so nice. Look at all that water. That's so right. And if I decorate it properly, oh man. And if we look at it on the map, you can still very clearly recognize exactly what it's supposed to be. So the purpose remains the same. And it remains fulfilled. Yeah, it's big enough that you can't actually get the view of the full thing in the camera. But on the map, that's the monkey. That's monkey. That's monkey. Ah, that's so cute. I'm so happy. All right, let's take our photo. I've terraformed a sick lake. Would you agree?